think I need a bit of height on this.
Are you gonna show up in shot if you're sat there? Because it kind of feels like you're quite wide. Cut! They said they were washed. They said that they were never going to be as funny as they were in, like, I don't know, the 50 times I wore the Miffy t-shirt. Well, spoiler alert, that was all on one day. I mean, this is how I always speak. I've been told I don't have an indoor voice. We said we wouldn't do this in public.
And yet,
here
we are.
Broadcasting it to millions of people.
Millions and millions.
Millions. I just made $1 million a month. Should we check the audio? Testing. 1, 2,
3. We can't start
Let's
like that.
talk about me. 1, 2, 3. And how can I make this about me? Are you ready to rock and roll?
Now what?
What do we do now? Wait, how do we do this again?
I'm not sure. I feel a bit nervous today.
I think we say...
Don't tell them our secrets. Cut.
We're back!
Well, no, sorry. That's just no good for people with headphones.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
It's your friend Dan.
That's like the Mel Robbins.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a friend, Mel. That's all I've got for you.
I was going to say, you're going to keep going, or?
Do you know what? I have consumed a lot of Mel Robbins content in the past and in my darkest moments. And all I can remember is, hey, it's your friend, Mel.
So you remember one phrase?
Well, sure. I also don't think the impression was very good.
No. Hey, how many pod eps for me to do my Scouse impression?
What are we on now? 8?
Of course. Yeah, that's my Scouse impression. Yeah, cool. So it was 8 episodes. If you guessed 8 in the comments, you receive, a soundbite of me doing my Scouse impression.
Yeah.
I can do more, like not even for pay. I would genuinely do it for free.
We had a comment saying...
No, lad, no.
And what is this in reference to?
I just wanted to do a Scouse accent.
Okay.
Course, lad. Just hate that there's footage of that now.
Yeah.
I don't know why I kind of like screw my face up or squint a bit when I do it, but I kind of it's physical.
People don't do that.
No, they
just
don't.
Talk.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd say sorry. We got it massively wrong, which would be quoting a famous football joke about a Scouser.
Right.
Which is really good. We're back.
Are we going to do this every week? We're going to say we're back every week.
How else will people know that we're back? What if they think they're watching an old episode?
Or then they'd be silly.
They would be thick.
Oh.
Hey, no, but they're not. Because if you listen to this, congratulations, you get a gold star, I'd say.
Oh. Should we do branded star charts?
So I think, obviously, how else are we going to start apart from talking about, obviously, the dream merch that we're going to have?
Yes.
Stickers. We've mentioned a lot about tote bags, right? Because I think this is a tote podcast.
Yes.
I think gold stickers. This is very like, I was a gifted child at school and look at where it's taken me. And the answer is making a podcast. And if you can relate to that,
this is the podcast for you.
You're in the right place. How are we feeling today? Do you want to get some cricket therapy out of the way? Like, how's the innings going?
Look, I'm tired after my innings.
You're tired?
Yeah. Oh, well, we had a big weekend.
Long dig. Tell me more.
You were there? You were there at the weekend?
Oh, I think I was too locked in.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we were at Vitality Blast, the first ever Vitality Blast Women's Finals Day.
You had to be there.
And we were.
We were. We
literally
good.
did also have to be there. And
we did have
there.
to be there, but we would have been there anyway.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah, genuinely.
No, for real.
So good.
For real.
Obviously, like this isn't a good. Optics-wise, what I'm about to do isn't good.
Right.
Because like, cricket, brilliant day.
Yeah.
Izzy Wong,
amazing.
Ridiculous day. My first thought is mascot mayhem.
Okay.
I think the notion of taking hungry hippos and saying, you know what would make hungry hippos better? If it was hungry cheating giraffes. Shock horror, who won on finals day? You know, what if it's not all about me, but what if it is?
What if it is?
Lanky the giraffe. I kind of found it fitting that even on like, you know, women's finals day, there was still an event where Lanky the giraffe managed to win, even if Lancashire Thunder could not.
No, they literally were not there.
No.
Do you know who was there? Surrey.
Sorry.
And how are you feeling about Surrey's win?
Do you know what I'd say? If I had to speak, I'd say it's what we do. And by it, I mean get to the final in the first iteration of a domestic T20 competition, beat Warwickshire in the final. I think the bit that happens next is they go 22 years and counting without ever winning it again.
Yes.
But each year they will probably lose to Somerset at a key moment, which provide like formative cracks in my psyche at moments of time where like I really could not do with this happening.
Well, luckily you've got another year before you have to worry about that.
Oh,
again.
yeah, great for the next year. I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Champions again, ole ole. You can't really say it again when it's been, as I reiterate, once and
literally the first ever time.
22 years between Surrey T20.
That's almost a lifetime.
That is almost. Well, for some
Maybe
people
it
it
only
is.
happens once in a generation.
And how long is a generation?
For me,
Yeah, for me, no. Roberto,
I don't get it.
football.
That would be why.
Played for Liverpool. God, big week for Liverpool, who I don't care for.
Oh,
Generation.
I've already lost feeling in my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've really lost feeling in my mind.
In my soul.
I never had feelings in the first place.
Is this a natural pose? Probably not. And what if I cross my arms? Am I even in the shot?
Guys, is this tough? Can you do that again, please?
What?
Fold your arms. Guys, is this tough? Like, is this tough? When the kids say, man, that's so tough, are they talking about this?
I don't even know what that means.
You can't pretend not to know, like, what that means.
What do you
You're
mean?
not
Why is it spelt like that?
tough. It's just so tough. It's just the kids, like, we're hip. We're hip.
I'm not really.
It's hip to be square. Huey Lewis and the news. And more on the news that we were talking about it being the first Vitality Blast Women's Finals Day. I think it was a really good vibe in there. Like, around the ground is what I'm trying to say.
Ground.
Like, there was a lot of really cool stuff. Tote bags, namely.
Yeah, I did swipe a tote bag and a foam finger. Two foam fingers.
Can we talk about the foam fingers, please?
We can talk about
Can we,
foam fingers.
We have some footage, some imagery, dare I say, of, I would say, shenanigans with the foam fingers of Vitality Blast Women's Finals Day.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy them?
Yeah, it had been a long day for me. I'd left the media centre once in 8 hours, maybe pushing 9 by that point.
Hey, do you reckon, take a lap?
I took one lap. And I think this was after that lap. And I just lost my head. Not in an angry way.
No.
Make that very clear. But in a sort of delirious way where I just found so much joy in these foam fingers and nobody else did.
I really enjoyed the bit where you went round and booped everyone on the nose individually. And then I really liked the bit where I had a foam finger and you said, hey, Dan, give me your foam finger. And you had two foam guys. And if Clara has one foam finger and Dan has one foam finger and Clara takes Dan's foam finger, how many foam fingers does Clara have?
I just brushed your leg there, sorry.
And if you're not seeing this on video, and I'm so happy it's been captured on video, I can't say I'm happy about that.
I'm not either. Look, our comments are a mess. That's not going to help at all.
Also, the comments are a mess. But I actually think more interesting in the comments is the lookalike competition that you've currently got going on. Meanwhile, not to make it, as I go back to the start, 1, 2, 3, how do I make this about me?
Yep.
I'm not getting any lookalike. Please don't. I will tell you, I mean,
Number
over the
one,
year.
Sandy Toksvig.
Sandy Toksvig is
Number
one I've got
two,
over the years.
Claire Balding.
So I often get like a certain type of television kind of female presenter, I would say. I think it's the hair.
I could see you on Ski Sunday.
I could see me on Ski Sunday. I've never skied. I'm beating the middle class allegations. I've never skied. But you've had a few.
I've had a few lookalikes, and to say I'm happy about it would be a lie. Hey, they're not all bad.
I think there are some,
I think there's some honking takes.
Let's start with shubbers.
So, right, people have told me.
I cannot believe.
People have told me that I look like Shubman Gill.
I wish buddy, I wish someone would ever tell me that I look like Shubman Gill.
And I said I'm not offended by that.
Your
I was
Instagram's
like,
nowhere near as good as his.
Fine.
Being real, Instagram reels.
And I said, thanks. And then they replied, it's not a compliment.
No. See, I don't... If I may, and I'm going to say this straight down the lens, straight down the barrel. I think if I was going to pick a cricketer, and we're not going to name names here, it's not this kind of pod.
Tilak Varma.
Oh, what a boy that is, by the way. But I was going to say, if I was going to pick someone and be like, you look like them, and I don't mean it in a good way, I probably wouldn't start with Shubbers, because I think the consensus, right, if we're being real, if we're all being real, is Shubbers is a fine-looking young man. But you also don't like Shubman Gill. No offence, because you're not any of those things.
I'm not a fine-looking young man.
You are not a fine-looking young man. The other two,
The other two make more sense, sure.
I think...
But one of them I'm happier about than the other.
Walk us through it.
So in addition to being told I look like Shubman Gill, I've also been told that I look like Rasmus Højlund and Erling Haaland.
I think my favourite of those two is like, you know, when you get those like guess the person kind of games and they cover like half their face.
If you cover the bottom of my bottom, right? One more
What?
time. One more time.
Clip it.
If you cover the bottom half of my face, I concede the top half might look a little bit like Rasmus Højlund. But no part of my face looks like Erling Haaland. And I think I've lost my head about it. I'm not happy.
I think Højlund...
No offence, Erling.
No, but did you see his Instagram post where
Yeah, I
he
did.
posted with his hair down? He was like, and, you know, if you don't have hair that looks as good as mine, just think, are you in a place to comment?
No.
Pop off, King. Is she bothering you, King?
They're bothering me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they bothering you, King?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, my eyebrows were way darker than Erling Haaland's. Second of all, his hair's way blonder than mine.
Yeah. I mean, you're not really that blonde, are you?
I'm not saying anything.
No nibble.
But what I am saying is if I have to take one of them, it's Rasmus Højlund. I think that's a fine call.
Yeah.
And
that one does get me.
it is good. It just is good.
Obviously, like, self-appointed, I'm here to be like good bloke. So I'm going to be like, no, you know, don't listen. The Højlund one.
The worst part is it's not even... I've had it before the podcast.
What?
Like, I've just had it on my TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tricky first season at United, but like, you know, hey, it's not too late to turn it around.
Hey, look, I'll try my best. Premier League starting
Yeah.
soon.
Obviously, I will now after this probably just get, you know, called similar to a load of like female British television presenters. And honestly, I'm quite happy with that. They've got good hair.
Yeah.
Someone said to me Lady Di the other day.
I think that's offensive to Lady Di.
Yeah, no, I'm not the people's princess. Like, and I'm saying that because I'm humble and modest. I'm a humble, modest and well-adjusted young man. I'm not the people's princess. No. Yet. This pod has such a way to go. And for me, you know, to quote the song, The Only Way Is Up, or the theme song to The Only Way Is Essex, that's the version I hear in my head.
And how does that go?
The only way is up.
Whoa, falsetto.
And that's really high pitch, but I can't do whistle notes.
Sorry, and that's the theme tune to The Only Way Is Essex.
Yeah. Once again, your unfamiliarity with like the lore of Essex is wild to me because like
Essex as a county is a myth for me.
Hey, speaking myths, did you see the comment we got on, you know, the small matter of Donald Bradman?
Yeah, I did see the comment. Are you going to tell the people what the comment was?
I think the comment, and it's probably one of my favourite, you know, interactions we've had with anyone so far. Not the podcast, the world. Like, I'm not getting this fare from my friends who do exist. Like, for real. They just don't, they go to a different podcast. It's crazy you wouldn't see them here. Long story short, we just got a comment being like, my favourite cricket conspiracy is that like Don Bradman's just obviously not real because they forgot to put his ODI and T20 stats in. Couldn't even be bothered to make those up. And And I think it's true because it's such an obvious thing when you're like faking, you know, if you like a test or something at school and someone would cheat, allegedly, I wouldn't. I don't think I actually would ever cheat on a test. I think I'd feel really sick to my stomach. I'd feel like a sense of palpable guilt. You wouldn't get 100% right if you wanted to cheat at something. You'd be like, I'm going to get a realistic 99.94%. You know, throw him off the scent like a little bit. That's what they've done with him. We've spoken about Gilbert Jessup before, where I've said his 71 to 76 ball century. Absolute myth. But I've never really thought about, you know, Donald in this way. But now I think about it, like the numbers.
They're not adding up.
No, they don't add up to 100. The 100. So actually, could you imagine if we got Don Bradman? Imagine if Don Bradman was around for the 100, how good that would be. Who do you think he'd play for, like as an overseas?
Southern Brave.
Southern Brave, how come?
He's Australian, it's got that outdoorsy vibe.
Yeah, do you think he'd like Utilita?
Oh.
What do you think Don Bradman's favourite Southampton Bowl Stadium sponsorship name would be?
Rose Bowl.
Agreed. I think he's a man of class.
Yeah, classic, classy, English, even though...
Oh, careful. Hey, let's not get political. Let's not think about the origins of Australia too hard.
Oh, God.
So what Clara's just done is she said that he's basically English because she's called him a convict. And she said that because he's Australian, he's actually English.
I just don't think any of that's true.
Do you want to know something fun I did find out about the Bradman?
Yeah.
Is that there was a while where he just worked like for an estate agent. And I really like that thought that like, what if we've imagined him completely wrong and he was just a proper wheeler dealer? Like you probably think of a man with like a 99.94 test average as like a man of class, tenacity, integrity, grit. What if he was just trying to sell you a 3-bed? Could you imagine? Do you reckon he was really good at that too?
Probably not. Otherwise he wouldn't have started a career in cricket.
Yeah, guys, that's the fact. If you're getting like good commission each month, right? You know, like you've got your financed car, life's going well, you've just like signed for the new build. But they're like, do you fancy a test cap? But we're not going to pay you commission if you get loads of runs.
Would you say yes?
Hey, like those houses aren't going to... I've actually just bored Clara to a point where she not just audibly yawned, she looked away from me and audibly yawned as if to really say, hey, buddy, like you're scraping the barrel here.
What I was trying to do was not yawn down the mic.
Yeah, you can do some talking now. You're allowed to guide the conversation.
I've got nothing to say.
You've got nothing to say?
I've got nothing left.
Can't believe you haven't got one of your friends just send us in a softball question.
Oh.
What's Karina saying?
I do have a friend who sent me in a question. Let me get my phone out.
I just think this is why they say, like, Dan, like, you're probably a generational talent. Like, you might be the best waffler in the history of wafflers.
You waffle. But my issue is that I consume media. I've seen films. I've seen musicals. Could I tell you anything about those films or musicals? No.
I think...
Could I quote anything I've seen 5 times?
Can I ask? Because I think the people would quite like to hear about it. So I found out a little bit ago that you kind of have a list of maybe like 4 or 5 films that you pretty much exclusively watch.
I'd stretch to 5, yeah.
5. Can we hear them, please?
Sure. Off the top of my head, Wild Child. Start strong. St. Trinian's. Bridget Jones 4 is a new addition, but I've watched it many times since it came out.
Banger.
I think it's a perfect film.
Perfect film?
For me, it's a perfect film.
For me?
For me, it's a perfect film.
For me, perfect. Perfecto. Moi.
Yeah. And LOL, the Miley Cyrus classic.
Yeah.
That's my film when I'm having a real tough time.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it tonight after this record.
And the fifth's a tough call. Could be one of the Mamma Mias.
Yeah.
And they're my go-tos.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to pretend that I extend my range any further.
No, that's good.
I will see a film. I'd prefer if I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Because I don't like not knowing what's going to happen next.
Don't like surprises.
No.
Ah! She's gone. And And if you're on a Lime bike right now, and I've just yelped in your ear, and the police are currently wondering why you mowed down that pedestrian, hey, just say it was a silly jape.
I really, really should have seen that coming.
All of this to say, we've actually had a question about cinema.
And it is... Which cricket players would you cast in Les Miserables? Les Miserables.
That's really good.
My pronunciation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And all of that is to say that I've seen Les Mis,
And I've seen cricket.
but I can't remember much. That's the one with Anne Hathaway and she cuts her hair, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's all I've got. For you.
Great. So you've remembered what? Hey, Hugh Jackman's in it.
Did we talk about this last week? The guy who does all the TikToks like singing like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, like that's just like a go-to talking point for us at this point.
Why does everything come back to this boy on TikTok who sings like Hugh Jackman? I think I've got tears in my eyes.
Right, but then, but do you know? Can I?
Why did you keep putting your hand up?
Because I was raised properly.
Raised out in the cold.
Can we give a shout out to Tony and Lorraine? Of course we can. It's 50% my podcast. Shout out to Tony and Lorraine, my parents.
That's not how veto power works.
It's not a veto. Because that would suggest that you're in charge. I don't think we've ever really acknowledged the power dynamic of this. Like, we're 50-50, right?
That's what you think, right?
Oh, no.
But I had a TikTok comment. Well, you had a TikTok comment, but I was tagged in it. And let me find it.
This is actually... I'm shaking. Oh, yeah, when we talk about Flo Rida going on tour.
No.
No, I was saying that's the first thing I can see on your phone. What did you post recently? Is it the Vitality Dog? Or is it when
it's the Kardashians one.
Oh, yeah.
You post a lot of stuff.
I
haven't liked all of them, sorry.
Well, fake fan. Oh, I can just hear my own voice back, which you think wouldn't be a problem. Can we stop me talking?
Yeah, I've stopped it. Okay. So the comment on your TikTok is, hope I can hear the philosophy of Stokes on You're On Screen Now from Captain of the Show, Clara Siblitsky. Says it right there. Captain of the Show.
Are we being for real? Is this camera on? Is this microphone on me? Captain? Oh, no, I get it. Because we always talk about your captaincy experience.
No, he's referring to my sort of authoritative and potentially dictatorial sort of nature.
Yeah, sure, buddy. I would agree. We've used the word dictatorial before.
Yeah.
I live in fear on this podcast. That's why I talk so much, obviously.
What, just so I don't have chance to say anything at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't the first time that I've been referred to as Stokes, and you've been referred to as Jadeja.
I have, but obviously because of my wonderful facial hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of which there is plenty.
You know, I could grow a beard if I wanted. I could not grow a beard if I wanted to.
I probably could.
Could you imagine how concerning it'd be if I did have facial hair? It wouldn't look right.
No, you would not. You wouldn't suit a beard.
No, because I am but a boy. Like I couldn't have a beard. Even if I tried to grow like a moustache. Like
Oh, you could have a performative moustache.
I could. Oh, I need that. My little rat man moustache. Should we talk about performative male bingo? You know, lack of, or perhaps presence of invisible facial hair aside, Stokes Jadeja one I think is a really interesting one in that, right? Because obviously, and realistically, this probably isn't the place you're going to get hard-hitting analysis of like the spirit of the. We don't care, man. Like
I just don't care.
I mean this seriously. We're just having fun.
But
I am also so intrigued in that dynamic of like, obviously, the vibe clearly is that you just want to like shake hands and go home, and I just won't stop talking.
And you insist on carrying on.
So actually, I think whoever said that, yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
Nailed it in one.
And that's all we'll say on that matter.
And speaking of performative male moustaches, we're not going to talk about who in cricket has the most performative facial hair. Because we know.
We know. Hey, comment down below who you think in cricket has the most performative facial hair.
And why. What I would like to talk about is a little relic that a friend of the show shared with me of performative male bingo. We were talking about performative male stuff last week, or the week before. We were talking about Love Island. How I would
do you
just
need to
make.
clip that up, actually?
I would make Love Island performative. But what I really enjoyed was the bingo, and the reason it was fun wasn't just because I could prove to a number of people that I actually don't tick off that many boxes, but the game we played was that you got given it and you got to make an assessment or guess how many boxes I would tick.
And I went over, and I'll hold my hands up and I'll say sorry. But I got the dynamic right out of you and our mutual friend.
Our mutual friend
of the show.
Who we're not going to name because he enjoys being named
He
far
loves
too
being
much.
named, and I'm just not tickling that ego today.
I'd say he who must not be named, but I'm not really in the mood to empower JK's work, to be honest.
We don't talk about
this isn't
here.
a place for turf, so again, like if you've which I reiterate, it's like every week, if you kind of are in that bag and you've stumbled, like, what are you doing here? There are so many. There's so much cricket media for you. Go basically anywhere else. Reasonably, that's allegedly, for legal reasons.
Yeah, of which you're an expert.
Talk about the law degree again.
No,
could have been. Could you imagine if I did this as well as working, or you show up for some serious legal? This is my lawyer, man. I'm going to jail. But that would be me.
Imagine if I'd got a job to do with anything to do with my degree.
Yeah. Pourquoi? There are jobs to do with your degree.
Was?
There are jobs that come with your degree.
Wirklich? And if you don't speak German, that was really in an inquisitive sort of tone.
I don't speak German, but I figured it out because I can read context cues quite well.
Yeah, so wirklich actually means vraiment, which means really.
Really?
Wow. Could we sort of submit this as a culture and education podcast?
Vraiment, c'est incroyable pour moi. Le podcast.
Le podcast est bien.
C'est comme ci, comme ça.
It's better than comme ci, comme ça.
C'est parfait.
Parfait.
Nous sommes parfaits.
Sure.
Le meilleur podcast dans le monde.
Podcast.
Le cricket.
Do cricket?
Oh no. Let's not get sentence
lost so
structure.
Many people here.
Yeah.
And if you don't care about French grammar, I'm so sorry.
But hey, we really do.
Karina cares about French grammar. That's how I met her.
Really?
Yeah.
And how did that conversation go?
Well, we were in a French literature seminar together in the first year.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sort of natural conversation that led to, hey, and do you care about French grammar? Because I do too.
Hey, girly pop.
Hey, bonjour.
Bonjour, girly pop. Girly pop. C'est un petit peu girly pop pour moi.
Oh, God, there's been so much multilingual content today.
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
I'm
One day we'll do a podcast in French. I think that'd be really, really funny.
I really would like to take this podcast to the European cricket circles.
Global.
It's actually a dream that I would like us to do.
European cricket?
Yeah, European cricket. We should definitely hit that up.
That's where we want to be.
I think most of my favourite internet cricket clips come from like
That Astro is... I was going to say mad, and I don't ever describe anything as mad. That doesn't suit me at all.
You're almost showing enthusiasm.
Whoa. This is so
Steady on.
I've never shown enthusiasm for anything in my life.
It's so good because, right, on the one hand, I do love when you get teams like Italy and you'll be like, that man played for Australia. I know who he is. And then it is also like they'll be playing a bloke who has 3 jobs.
I still think it's too soon to talk about Italy beating Scotland to qualify for the T20 World Cup, but fine, thanks for checking in on me.
Scotland also lost to someone else that week. Was it like
Jersey. Bermuda.
I mean, I don't know why. Hey, what? I just thought I got real islandy for a second. I was like, hey,
Island, yeah.
Somewhere in the islands, dem.
I think we've both just got cancelled.
I think that would require a Notes app apology. Never apologise. What? Never apologise. What? No. Who keeps whispering that into the microphone? Obviously, accountability is important. Never apologise. Like, come on, guys, be mature. Never apologise.
Anyway, Scotland have not qualified for the T20 World Cup, and I'm upset about it.
The only reason I'm upset is because they had a banger of a kit last time.
Right, and I am biased, and I will hold my
hand. Go for it.
I'm sad about Scotland not being in the T20 World Cup. Yes, because I'm biased.
Massively.
Hugely. Like a lot of them are.
Yeah, because you pretend to be Scottish. Like a lot of English people.
I don't pretend to be Scottish. I know where I came from.
Nottingham, Northamptonshire, north of the border.
Edinburgh.
Berg.
And look, they had the best kit. I just think that I've done it again. Why can I not speak?
Are you familiar with how years work?
I was trying to say
2024.
No, I was trying to say T20.
T20.
I was trying to say T20 World Cup where they had the pink neon shirt.
24, yeah.
Is that only last year?
Yeah, it's been a long year, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
I need Botox.
Oh my God. Are you being serious?
Yeah, 24.
What, the month of what?
June, roughly.
That was 1 year ago.
Yes. Well, now it's July, so.
Goodness me.
The final was on like around the 29th, 30th of June.
Wow.
Wowzers. Wow.
I've got a lot to think about.
Please, are we getting existential? I think we should get existential. Let's keep going.
Well, what I want is one of those shirts sent to me.
Okay, down the camera. If you're watching...
And I know that people at Cricket Scotland watch this.
Hey, my friend Clara is going to talk to you about a cricket shirt, and you're going to be nice, and you're going to comment, hey, Cricket Scotland, let's get her a cricket shirt, please.
I just think after all my months of service that I'd probably pay for a shirt. I just haven't ordered it off Grey Nick. So if Grey Nick see this and they want to send me a replica Scotland T20 World Cup shirt, that was a mouthful, I would wear it. Pink really suits me.
You heard her. Can we talk about we both independently got new phones and we recreated the colours of the 100?
Yeah.
There was no planning that went on in this. We have independent thoughts. My phone's over there. Because I don't have my next to me because I'm obviously not addicted to it.
I am.
Yeah, that's how we've got into this
Well,
mess.
Actually,
Ooh.
I had it out so we could answer that question, which we haven't spoken about.
What, Les Mis?
Anne Hathaway.
I don't think I've ever watched Les Mis, which people probably
We're going
obviously
to struggle to answer this question.
Obviously, I think because I give off such like a highbrow, sophisticated man of culture.
So then why haven't you watched Les Mis if you're a man of culture?
Oh, no, I stole a loaf of bread and I'm going to be executed.
It's French.
Exactly. Like,
something ain't adding up.
if I'm going to watch something French, it's going to be Asterix.
Have you watched La Haine?
Yeah.
La Haine?
La Haine.
La Haine?
Yeah, obviously you poster up in
I think we've talked about
bedroom.
French culture more than we've talked about actual cricket, and we're a cricket podcast, not a French culture podcast.
I once again ask you to go back and count the minutes because I firmly disagree with that notion. We've spoken... You just spoke at length about the Scotland T20 cricket jersey. And I'd also like to say, if I may, now I'm usually the one to be like, guys, like, love and support, be nice,
Mm-hmm.
I've got too many bad thoughts that I don't want Scotland to play England in the T20 World Cup ever again, because every time it happens, like last time, that match just simply had a completely inconclusive result and everyone was like, yeah, and England basically lost to Scotland. No, they didn't, right? The agenda driven by so many people against that poor Joss Butler team who won the T20 World Cup and then got to the semi-final in the next one, which people try and say was a Mickey Mouse semi-final. Well, congratulations, Mickey Mouse is a very big deal. For me, probably just went a bit too far. And saying they basically lost to Scotland is a fiction. So if, right, the byproduct of that is that I have to sit here and say, hey, I'm happy that Scotland didn't make it, just so I don't have to do that song and dance all over again.
So you're scared? That's why you're happy that
running
Scotland
scared.
didn't qualify, because you're scared of them possibly beating England.
I'm not going to rise to
And what this comes down to, Dan, is your fear.
Fear. My fear of Scottish
failure.
People.
That's so southern of you.
Yeah.
At least I sort of have a connection with my northern kin.
I don't have northern kin, but I do have Irish kin, which is good.
That's Doesn't count, does it? We're talking about Cricket Scotland, not Cricket Ireland.
No, because Ireland are a serious team.
Take that back.
No.
Anyway, we have had another question which we might be able to answer.
Bullseye.
It's quite crickety though.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do you think Root will surpass Sachin's run record, and will he ever score as many centuries as Sachin?
Is this the bit where we talk about like England and India to like bait engagements?
We never bait engagement.
I just winked really badly at the camera. I struggle to wink. I think...
Have we had this conversation?
No.
I can't move the right side of my face.
Is that the Botox?
Hey, so nice of you to think I've had Botox, but this is all that. Oh, I've just chinned the microphone.
I think you dribbled, so...
I did not dribble. I just boshed it with
For
my
the
chin.
record, Clara did not dribble.
Let the record show I did not dribble.
It was
But
just like a tiny little bubble.
So the other weekend when I went up to see one of my best friends from uni, we went on quite a large night out.
Family friendly.
It was family
friendly podcast.
It was actually a family event.
All the
that
better.
Just had a free bar. And in the photos, I'm obviously not in complete control of my face, right? And I would say that it's skew whiff. So we were laughing about this, going, haha, why is your face so wonky? And then I said, no, I actually just can't move the right side of my face. Because what I can do...
I'm so concerned.
...is I can wink on this side, right? And I can sort of, you know, like smirk with the left side of my face. And I can't wink with the right side.
I feel violated.
I can't wink, okay? I can't do it with the right side of my face. Like, if I have to concentrate, but I can't, like, you know, like I can with my left.
Yeah.
And then if I try and bring this side of my face up, on my right side, ready? I can't do it.
That's just the face you make when I make a joke that you don't find funny.
So it's like I can go, but I can't.
Why can't I hear that?
Because I'm clacking my...
Oh. From it, there's so much that could be wrong here.
So I can lift this side, but I can't do the other side without doing that.
So you realise how funny the moving side of your face is when you're trying to do the other side. Going, you're buffering. You are genuinely buffering.
I can't do it.
And how does this relate to Joe Root's legacy? If you want a serious answer, and I reiterate,
Yes, the
which
answer
we
is
will
yes.
give you. Yeah, I'd say so.
How many has he got? I saw a nice graphic on the BBC.
Was
it the BBC?
2,359 or something, roughly in that
Something
ballpark,
like that.
behind. At the current rate, so he scored whatever the number actually is, the specific number, because I probably butchered that. If
Mark
you
Butcher.
take away that exact number from where he is now, it would take you back to February 2023.
Okay, so we're saying another year and a half of Joe Root.
But here's the big but. I cannot lie. This winter there is a small matter of the Ashes.
The Mashes,
And
please.
if you look, the men's Ashes,
The men's Ashes, the
Yes,
Mashes.
we don't talk about the women's Ashes from last year because that was...
No, but if we're going to say women's Ashes, then
Yeah, you've
we'll
just
say
checked me
men's.
so hard.
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping me.
And I can't wait to get loads of hate in the comments when I clip this up.
Mashes, isn't that potato? So the problem, obviously, with this projection is if you take away, 2 years, which would be February 23, not 1.5 years. Never mind.
How many did I say?
You said about 1.5 years, because I think, as we've established, you've not yet processed that we're not in 2024. Head's gone.
Bing bong.
Obviously, in that time, England have had a lot of series, not against Australia. Now, Mr. Root, Joseph Edward, if I may,
You can.
hasn't scored a century in Australia, which is no bueno for many reasons. So to do it at that rate, he would have to keep up his prolific rate of run scoring, but that would mean that he had a very probably good Ashes, or he has a stinker of an Ashes but has the best every other series you can imagine
In the next year and a half.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, obviously there is a serious point that that's the rate he would do it in 2 years, but that's not to say that he won't play on for longer and do it. Maybe it will take more time. Maybe because he is just obviously like the greatest dude ever, he'll just absolutely walk it in less time because he'll just start scoring 100 every second or third innings. I believe in him. I also do think it's one of those things, like a nice thing about sport.
In miracles.
In miracles.
Carry on.
I think it's nice when records get broken in sport, brackets apart from when they relate to players that I really, really love. Because it's a simple fact about sport that, like, a lot of the time people just do get better as time goes on. That is just the thing. As the sport evolves, records are going to get broken. I think that's fun. It is, all jokes aside, funny then when you get your Gilbert Jessups and those records, just people cannot seem to shake them. I think with this one, Root will. I'm not going to, say he definitely will.
If he does, are they going to have to change the tote bags in the Law's shop? You know, the Sachin totes and key rings and bookmarks? There was definitely something.
Could you imagine?
They're going to have to change it and have Joe Root on it.
Could you imagine the face-off that would happen if someone with their official Sachin tote bag walked outside and they bumped into someone with their official Kia Oval tote bag? I think the earth would shake. I think a black hole would be created on the spot. And out of that black hole would come...
Please swallow me up.
Please let that happen. Please let that happen. And out of that will come the Joe Root tote bag.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, if you have a Kia Oval tote bag, number one, send it to me. If Clara's going to get a Scotland shirt, the least the boy can get is a Surrey tote bag, which I would obviously have all the time, so I can read The Bell Jar. My favourite book. No, obviously I've got multiple copies of The Bell Jar with I just love it so much.
And how is finding a girlfriend going for you?
That's such a good question. How's a girlfriend going? It's kind of nuts. I thought many copies of The Bell Jar and matcha lattes later, it would be pretty easy, but apparently you have to have substance. Whatever that means.
Have you done enough?
Well, I kind of feel like this week's been a weird fever dream.
Yeah.
For context, this is the first ever evening record. Most of them are usually bright and early. They're pre-12 noon. Today we were hey, let's burn the midnight oil for this pod. I don't know what phase the moon's in, but I know that people talk about that to seem interesting. Or maybe seem like they're a young man who's, dare I say, sensitive. I'm just so aware of lunar cycles and my big three.
Which are?
Root, Butler, Archer.